Hello, everyone. I am Joel, and I am super excited to get started with all of you with this little game that we're going to start out with. As Adam said, one of the things that we're going to try to do is beyond the lessons that we're going to be doing in Make Code and other places. One of the things that we want to do is expand some of your knowledge about just general computational thinking, general computer science. So even some of the things that we may not get into in the main part of our activities, we're going to come up with other ways that we can do those kinds of things, more ideas that we can express to you, okay? So the first one that we're going to do is in the form of a game, and I really like this game. I think it's a lot of fun, and I hope that you have fun doing it. But it's going to require us a couple of things to get us started to play the game. So the first thing that you're going to need that you see there at the top of the screen is that you are going to need one blue item, one red item, and one yellow item. Now, don't overthink this, okay? It can be very, very simple. Like I have just Post-it notes that I've written on. There's my blue item. There's another Post-it note. There's my yellow item. And here's my red item. So you're going to need those three things in order to get going on the game. The next thing that you're going to do is one of the things that computers do that humans take a little bit longer to do. Computers are just really fast in certain things that they can do that us humans aren't quite as fast at. One of the things that they can do is they can take a whole bunch of
information and data.
and they can sort through all of that information really, really, really quickly. If I gave you a million M&Ms, it's going to take you a while to sort them out by color. But a computer can do that job really fast. So we call those things sorting algorithms. An algorithm is just a fancy computer science way of this is how a computer makes decisions, right? So we write a program that tells the computer that if you reach a branching fork like this, you're going to make a decision to go one way or another, okay? So it's just a decision-making way for the computer to understand. We're going to do that now. We're going to mimic how a computer does this job, because what we're going to do is we are going to sort ourselves. We're going to sort ourselves based on the kind of peanut butter that we like or don't like. So if you like smooth peanut butter, if you like crunchy peanut butter, or if you like no peanut butter, or you think peanut butter is either gross, or maybe you have a peanut allergy and you just don't eat peanut butter, okay? That's fine too. So for the smooth peanut butter people, we're going to rename ourselves Smooth and our first name. For the crunchy peanut butter, you're going to rename yourself Crunchy and your first name. And for the people who are either allergic or don't like peanut butter, you're going to call yourselves Ooh and your first name, okay? Now, the way that you're going to do that is in your Zoom window, based on which one of those three options you like, you are going to go into the little tile on Zoom that has your picture, and just at the top, there should be a button with three little dots. When you click on that, one of the options that drops down is that you can rename yourself. So I'm going to do that right now, and I'm going to rename myself Smooth Joel. Okay? So now my name is Smooth Joel. That means I am going to be in group number 1. All right? Now, the rules, this is the other thing that we do when we write computer code, is we write a set of rules for the computer to follow. So we're going to write a set of rules based on that sorting algorithm that we just created. We have a set of rules for each different group. So for the first group, the smooth group, if you like smooth peanut butter, What's going to happen is I have these little colored things that I'm going to hold over my camera, but I know that some of you will have a little bit of difficulty seeing that because it might be on a little small screen. So what this smooth group is going to do, notice that down there in step 2, it said red equals blue. So when I put something red in front of my camera like I'm doing right now, and then I'll also say red, all right? Everyone in the smooth group is going to take the blue item that they have and they're going to hold it up to their camera. You're going to block your camera basically with your blue, leave enough light so that we can actually see that there's the blue thing on there, okay? So that's the first one. If the color turns blue like this on my camera right now, you're going to hold up a yellow item. And if my color on my camera turns yellow, which looks like this, and again, I'll say yellow, then you're going to hold up your red item, okay? And cover your camera all the way, all right? So if you're in the crunchy group, if my screen turns red, you're gonna make yours yellow. If my screen turns blue, you're gonna make your screen red. If my screen turns yellow, you're gonna make it blue. And in the ooh group, if you don't like peanut butter or you don't eat peanut butter, if my screen turns red, you're gonna make your screen red. If my screen turns blue, you're gonna make your screen blue. And if my screen turns yellow, you're gonna make your screen yellow. So yours is the easiest to follow because you're gonna do exactly what I do on the screen, all right? How about we give a thumbs up if you understand that set of instructions? All right, on your mark, get set. To talk about a couple of things that we did here, we talked about algorithms and how computers use algorithms to make decisions, and they can make decisions really, really fast because we write a set of rules for them on how they're going to make those decisions. We also kind of explored the idea of variables. So when one thing changes, this thing changes along with it. And then there's a basic logic that's embedded there of if one thing happens, then this thing is a consequence of that thing happening. So that's a basic logic statement that we're going to come back to. So think about those are tools that we're going to end up using in a lot of the activities. So now we have a couple of tools that we can keep in our minds for when we're trying to design something. So that brings us to this concept of design that we want to talk about as we work our way through all of our activities.